Chris, Crystal, that Amaro Barrial, it says on here he's a minor. We need to see him at the very end. And you get this family violence thing, admonishment. I need to print it out and put it up there. Still not quite 10 yet. So
A few people logged in, Judge.
yeah, there's 3 people. Well, 4 people,
Okay.
including that Amaro Barrial, but I'll see him
Yes.
last. We'll let you.
Hello.
Sorry, I have to unmute. Hello.
There.
Hello.
Nothing. Still need it. Okay. Meet like that.
Good morning. My name's Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. Today's date is July 17, 2024. The time is approximately 10:08 a.m. and we are on the record. I want to thank everyone for being here today. A lot more people were summoned to show up. They didn't, but you folks did, and I want to let you know that I truly appreciate that. Today's proceedings are being conducted via Zoom, and everything is being broadcast live on the court's YouTube channel. It's important that you know that this is a court of record, so everything here is recorded. As a court of record, whoever sits at this bench as judge is required to be an attorney. I've been an attorney for almost 30 years, and I've been the judge of this court for the past 7 years. Today's proceedings consist of the arraignment docket and the show cause docket. Arraignments, all that means is that you're here for the first time to answer to your violation. Show cause docket, those are individuals that have already appeared before the court, have entered in a plea of guilty or no contest, were ordered to do certain things, haven't done them, and are now here before the court to answer why they have not fulfilled the order. There's some things I need to let you know before we proceed. Let me go ahead and let this other individual in. Once again, there's some things I need to let you know before we go forward. Every case that's heard out of this court is a Class C misdemeanor. The fines in these types of cases normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Does everyone understand these rights? Okay. Some additional information. There are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain charges. For instance, if you are charged with failing to maintain automobile insurance, not only could you be subject to fines and court costs out of this court, you could be subject to surcharges from the state of Texas. If you find yourself in this situation, or if you have a question whether your particular charge has consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. If you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Finally, if the court orders fine and court costs to be paid and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are alternative means to payment. If you will let the court know, and you do that by letting the clerks, by either coming in person or calling them or emailing them, letting them know that you find yourself in that situation, they will forward you a application which you will fill out, sign in front of a notary, and then I will review. And if you qualify under the law as an indigent person, then there's a number of things I can do, from placing you on an extended payment plan to allowing you to do community service in lieu of payment, or to do a combination of those things. The point being is, just because at this time you find yourself in a situation where you cannot pay monetarily, there are other ways to fulfill your obligation. Okay. The way this is going to work here in just a few minutes, I'm going to call the docket. I ask everyone to keep their device on mute, okay? Because when it's not muted, I can hear background noise, and it's just kind of distracting. Keep your device on mute. When you hear your case, unmute your device. I'm going to swear you in. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in, and then I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with. After I let you know what you're being charged with, you're going to have three choices when I ask you, how do you plead? You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing, in that I will find you guilty and then go to the punishment portion of the case. The difference between those two pleas is that when you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not contesting the matter. You're not saying you did it. You're not saying you didn't do it. You're just not contesting it. But what you're also telling the court is that there is enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. The other difference is that with a plea of no contest, if someone attempts to enter evidence of that plea in a civil court to evidence or try to prove liability, well, more than likely the judge is not going to allow it. A plea of guilty can be allowed in a civil court to prove liability. So those are the difference between those two pleas. If you enter any of those pleas, then we'll go to the sentencing portion of your case, and that'll be the end of your case. If you plead not guilty, then your case is going to be set for a pretrial. At that pretrial, there will be an attorney representing the state of Texas present that you will have the opportunity to speak with. Out of this court, the name of the attorney is Mr. Epi Sassi. He will be available for you to meet with. The attorney representing the state of Texas is the person who brings the charges on behalf of the state. So he has the ability to do a number of things, from negotiating a plea bargain agreement to listening to any evidence you may want to present, any witnesses that you may want to bring before him to talk to, because he also has the ability to recommend dismissal of the case if he feels that it's warranted. If you're unable to resolve your case at pretrial, then your case will be set for trial. And you're going to have a choice whether you want to have a trial in front of the judge, which would be me, or in front of a jury of 6 people from the community. The choice is yours. Also, at the pretrial, if you have any pretrial motions that you wish the court to hear, you need to get those on file before the pretrial, and those motions will be heard. Okay. So that's basically how this process is going to work. Okay. At this time, I'm gonna ask if anyone has any questions. Okay. Yes, Ms. Nauman?
I just have a quick question. I received the documents via my former neighbor, even though I updated my address. So I just received it last week. And can I still consult an attorney, or do I have to say
Yeah.
something right now here?
No, you can, but when I call your name, if you'll just let me know at this time and we'll note the
Yeah.
docket. Okay?
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you. The other thing I want to let y'all know is that a lot of times people come to court on this first initial appearance and they want to talk to the judge and they want to tell the judge why they shouldn't have received a citation or why they have a valid excuse or whatever the case may be. That is not the time for that at this time. The only time I can listen to the facts of the case is when we're in trial or we're in a hearing and the state of Texas is present to represent the state of Texas. Okay. So once again, if you have, that those conversations can be had with the state's attorney at the proper time. And know this, that you can change your plea at any time. So if, for instance, today you enter a plea of not guilty, and then later on, after speaking to the state's attorney, you want to go ahead and change your plea because you came to an agreement or whatever the case may be, it is your absolute right to change your plea at any time. Okay. Some other things I need to let you know before we go forward. Just because we're on Zoom, I want you to know that we are still in a court setting. So it's important that we conduct ourselves as we're in court. Now that doesn't mean that you cannot multitask while you're here waiting for your case to be called. That is one of the silver linings of doing court this way. But just be cognizant that people are on the Zoom. You may not be able to see them, but there are other people here and they can see what you're doing. So just conduct yourself in a manner as if you were in court. Okay. All right. That being said, and if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and call the first case on the docket. Court calls cause number 2405-000178, State of Texas versus Penny Sue Chambliss. Penny Sue Chambliss. Court calls cause number 2405-000179, State of Texas versus Toby Escareño. Toby Escareño. Court calls cause number 2405-000180, Ruby Escareño Gill. Ruby Escareño Gill. Court calls cause number 2405-000130, Maria Silver.
Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Silver. Can you please raise your right hand?
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. You can put your hand down. Ms. Silver, first, do you speak the English language, Ms. Silver?
No, a little bit. My daughter, she translated for me is fine.
Okay, what language do you speak?
Español.
Okay, yo le puedo dar en español, señora Silver, ¿ok?
Okay.
Señora Silver, usted está aquí ahora porque le dieron una violación por... Déjame ver aquí. Tuvo un accidente cuando usted no frenó en un stop sign, ¿ok?
Correcto.
Los casos que se presentan en esta corte son causas de la clase C. Ah, las multas normalmente no son más que ni $500. Usted tiene el derecho de juicio con jurado. Puede rechazar un juicio y a través de un jurado y puede tener un juicio de silla. Tiene el derecho de ocupar un abogado. La corte no te nombre un abogado porque estas causas no son del tipo que puedes tener cárcel. Pero un abogado le puede dar consejos, le puede explicar las leyes y le puede dar de entender los procedimientos de la corte. Si decides ir a juicio de sin abogado, la voy a tratar como si eres una abogada. También tienes el derecho de decir nada en su juicio. Es el trabajo del Estado para ser su causa, fuera de toda duda, razonablemente. ¿Entiende estos derechos?
Sí,
Ok, señora Silver, a la violación que ah, usted no frenó en un stop sign en el día 16 de mayo 2024, ¿cómo se da? ¿Culpable, no culpable, no contestar?
culpable.
Ok. La corte va a aceptar su plea de culpable. Sus, ah, Va a ser una multa de 109.90 y los gastos de la corte son 150. Todo junto va a ser 259.90. ¿Ok?
Ok,
Ah, la va a, va a ser 90 días y 90 días de ahorita. A ver. Se dice disposición deferida, ¿verdad? Es un tipo de probation donde si usted paga lo que necesita pagar y ya no hará otras violaciones en 90 días, esta causa se va a quitar. ¿Ok?
ok.
Ok. ¿Tiene preguntas, señora Silver?
No,
¿Y usted vive en Robestan?
sí,
Ok. Es importante que usted venga a la corte hoy para las 5 o si no, a lo menos mañana para las 5 para firmar sus papeles.
está bien.
Ok. Gracias, señor Silver.
Gracias a usted.
And that's one thing I failed to tell y'all. So after after today's proceedings, it's important whether you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest, that you come by the Robstown Municipal Court no later than 5 today or at the latest 5 tomorrow to sign off on your paperwork. If you do not live in the area, you can call the court and make arrangements for the clerks to email you the documents, but it's important that you get them signed. Failure to show up to the court or to make arrangements to get the documents, it'll be as if you didn't show up to court today and a warrant for your arrest will go out. Okay. So that's very important. I'm gonna go ahead and call the next case. Court calls cause number 24050000198, State of Texas versus Marissa Willman. Marissa Willman. Court calls cause number 24050000315, Joseph Gutierrez. Joseph Gutierrez. Court calls cause number 24050000345 and 24050000346, Monty Wayne Hoffman. Monty Wayne Hoffman. Court calls cause number 24050000398 and 24050000399, Joe Salinas. Joe Salinas.
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Salinas? Yes, sir. Okay, let me go ahead and change the name on your device. Okay, can you please raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Salinas, you are Joe Salinas, correct?
Correct.
Mr. Salinas, you are charged with the offense, two offenses. The first being possession of drug paraphernalia, and the second being driving without a license. Both
Yes,
of
sir.
these are alleged to have occurred on or about June 17, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Salinas, we're going to go one by one. As to the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia alleged to have occurred on or about June 17, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty. Still need to consult with my lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. And as to the charge of no driver's license alleged to have occurred on the same date, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Court will accept your plea of not guilty on the possession of drug paraphernalia. On that case, Mr. Salinas, if you have to have a trial on the matter, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of a jury?
The judge is fine.
And on the possession, on the driving with no driver's license, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty. Going to, in fact, find you guilty. What's the situation with your driver's license, Mr. Salinas?
I've already. It's been like twice where I catch up on payments. I'll start paying my tickets and in attempts to go and get my my actual driver license. And I just seem to, like, I guess, I don't know, luck, get pulled over like right after I clear them, and they accumulate again, and I'm trying to get my driver's license, but I happen to keep finding myself, trying to pay these tickets off.
Okay, well, it's important that you get in a position where you can get your driver's license. Now, with regards to the tickets, if you go and make arrangements with the different courts you may have tickets out of, they should lift the holds on your driver's license. Okay, so that's something you need to try to do. Okay,
for sure, no doubt. Yes, sir.
All right, on the driver's license, I'm gonna put you on 90 days deferred disposition. It's gonna be a fine of $125, cost of $81, for a total of $206.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you pay any of that today, Mr. Salinas?
I can pay half, maybe the whole thing by tomorrow, but half for sure by tomorrow.
Okay, then I'm gonna put on here,
But only because I have to work today, Your Honor.
I got you. I'm gonna put on here that you're gonna pay $100 by tomorrow, okay? And if you pay it all, great, okay? But that gives you some room to work with, okay?
So that'll work, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So if you get this paid, don't get any other violations in 90 days, the case will get dismissed, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Salinas, it's important that you come by the court, sign off on your paperwork, all right?
I can by tomorrow, no later than 5, right?
Correct.
Okay. And may I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Court calls number 24050000463, State of Texas versus Rogelio Rodriguez. Rogelio Rodriguez. Court calls number 24050000464, State of Texas versus Romeo Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, if you can unmute your device.
Unmute. Is that good right there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez,
Okay,
can you
I'm
please
sorry.
raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Romeo Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rodriguez, you are accused of public intoxication alleged to have occurred on or about June 16th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir. I do understand it.
As to the charge of public intoxication alleged to have occurred on June 16th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Mr. Rodriguez, if you have to have a trial on the matter, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
I think in front of the judge is fine. I trust your judgment. I feel comfortable with you. Sounds good.
Okay, all right. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, then you're gonna be getting a notice regarding your pretrial. Let me go ahead and
Yes,
and verify your address, Mr. Rodriguez. Are you still at 515 Pat Shutter?
yes, sir.
And that's apartment 140?
Yes, sir.
And can you give me a good phone number, please?
Love. 361
Uh-huh.
752 0904.
0904?
That would be my yes, sir. That would be my direct cell number.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, just so long as you come by the Robstown Municipal Court no later than 5 o'clock tomorrow to sign off on your paperwork, okay?
Yes, sir. I'll definitely try to make it there if I can by today. If
Oh.
let's say my schedule, because I work nights and I actually work during the days too, from time to time. So is there any way possible that my wife can pick up the papers for me where I can sign them and I get it sent back through her? If my time schedule with my jobs don't allow me, will that be
Well,
a possibility?
she can't pick them up, okay? But you can make arrangements to have them emailed to you, okay?
Oh, okay. That'll work fine.
Or if you
If
just
I'm
call the
able to,
court,
like I said.
and Mr. Rodriguez, or if you just call the court and say, look, I can make it on this day, we'll work with you, okay? We just want to make sure you come in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if
Okay.
like I said, if my work schedule allows it, be more than happy to come in today or tomorrow. And if not, like I said,
Yeah, if
I'll
not,
get a hold
just
of
make
y'all,
arrangements.
drop an email. Yes, sir.
Okay,
I
Mr.
can definitely
Rodriguez.
do that.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You have yourself a good day.
You too. Court cause number 24050000465, State of Texas versus Charlie Lee Garcia.
Good morning.
Ms. Garcia, how old are you?
19.
Okay, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Charlie Lee Garcia?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Garcia, you are charged with the offense of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on or about June 10th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where an individual by the name of Jessica Johnson states that you threatened her by stating that you were going to assault her. Is that correct? Not is that correct, but is that your understanding of what you're being charged with?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay. And as to the charge of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on June 10th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Ms. Garcia, if you have to have a trial on the matter, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
Just the judge is fine.
Okay, Ms. Garcia, so you will be getting a notice in the mail giving you your pretrial date. So let me just verify your address. Are you still at 998 Ruben
Yes.
Chavez Road?
Yes.
And that's in apartment 228?
Yes.
And you have not changed your cell number, is that correct?
The 361-446-7478.
No, that's not what we had. Can you say that again? 361,
446-7478.
okay, okay. All right, Ms. Garcia, so long as you make it to the Robstown Municipal Court either today or no later than tomorrow at 5 o'clock to sign off on your paperwork, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. You are excused. Court calls cause number 24050004666, State of Texas versus Isaias Robledo. Isaias Robledo. Court calls cause number 24050000467, State of Texas versus Ava Nauman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I pronouncing your last name right?
It's correct, Norman.
Okay, okay. It's my understanding that you wish an opportunity to hire a lawyer, is that correct?
Yes, because I haven't received anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Except for a couple days before.
Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and grant a continuance on this matter to allow you time to obtain representation and obtain any documents you need to get.
Thank you very much.
And let me just verify that we have your correct mailing address.
I don't think you have, because I updated it with the Tucson address in 2020, and then I updated it in 2022 with a new Tucson address. But this year went to my former neighbor in Corpus Christi, so
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
so
I don't think.
yeah,
you
no,
know,
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, and if you can give us your new address, please.
Yeah, so it's CO in care of Girton, GIRTON. And then the address is 9261 North Golden Finch Avenue.
Golden, what's that word after golden?
Finch, FINCH, Golden
Okay.
Finch Avenue.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it's in Tucson, Arizona, 85742.
85742. And can you
Yes.
give us a good phone number for you, please?
It's 520-900-3005.
Perfect. We will get a proper notice out to this address
Thank you.
of your next proceeding, okay?
Okay, how long will this be approximately?
I'm not sure. Crystal, do you know more or less when?
I'll be traveling. I have someone there that will let me know, but I will be traveling a little bit for work. So that's just the only thing.
No, I understand. Crystal, do you know when these might be reset?
But
We can get it reset possibly in August, just depending on how fast we get that letter of representation, Judge.
Okay, if you're gonna get an attorney, the sooner he gets us the letter of representation, then we can coordinate with him to get a good date.
Okay, and then I don't have to come in, right?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any other questions?
No, that's it. Thanks.
All right, then you are excused.
Okay, and I can leave, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I don't have to sign anything.
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Court calls number 19020000830, State of Texas versus Bobby Mesa. Bobby Mesa. Court cause number 23020000849 and 23080000185, State of Texas versus Justin Matthew Martinez.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
You are Justin Matthew Martinez?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, you can put your hand down. Mr. Martinez, it looks like you have filed an application for time payment extension and or community service regarding fines and fees in cause number 23020000849. You have an amount of $95.90 that's owed. And then in cause number 23080000185, you have an amount of $266 that's owed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And this application, is that your signature on the back of that application?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And everything in here is true and correct and still up to date, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, sir. No change in address or phone number.
Okay.
The only thing that's changed on there is the employment. I recently I got laid off this past Monday.
Okay, so you're no longer employed.
Not at the moment. I do have an interview with a job on Monday. I'm hoping that goes good. And like I said, I do run a DJ business, so I'm hoping to get 2 deposits by the end of this week to help alleviate whatever I can.
Crystal,
Yes, Judge.
on this case, has it already been adjudicated or is he on deferred or what's the situation with this case?
Judge, I'm pulling his file out. He was just on an extension, Judge.
But has the case been adjudicated or not?
No, Judge.
I mean, he entered a plea,
Yes, he did.
and then what happened after that?
Let's see. He's been making continuous online payments, Judge. Looks like for since
What did the court order?
a 30-day extension. And he's just made continuous payments from 2023 to present. He makes a payment here of $6, $7, $6, $20, $10. So it's
No.
just,
No, I understand that, Crystal. What I'm trying to figure out is, has he been adjudicated? Has he been found guilty? He has a conviction, or was he on deferred status?
no, he's been convicted, Judge.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
Yeah, Your Honor, the
Yes.
last time we had a virtual court, I pleaded guilty the last time we had it, and then after that,
Yeah.
I guess we got delayed because of the hurricane that was
Okay.
supposed to coming through.
All right, so okay, so you've been adjudicated. Now you're asking for an extended payment plan. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Pero tienes cita.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, so what are you proposing to the court? How much can you pay a month?
Well, a month, I could probably pay right now. I could probably pay about 100 a month, maybe 125. If not, the way things are going now that my car's paid off, I could probably pay a little bit more a month.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll order $100 a month.
Okay,
But
Your
what
Honor.
I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give you 4 months to pay this off, okay? So it'll probably be less than that a month. If you can give more, Mr. Martinez, that only benefits you, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So it'll be $90.47 a month that you're gonna be paying total. But if you
Okay,
pay
Your Honor.
more, fantastic. But you'll be paid off in 4 months if you keep up the minimum, okay?
$90 and
47 cents.
47
That's what
cents.
the total is. I have to do it individually, right? So like on one charge, on the 266, that'll be $66.50 a month. And then on the 9590, that'll be $23.97 a month.
So basically 67 and $24.
Yeah. So that's the minimum. If you pay more, it only benefits you, but at least you know what your minimum is, okay?
Thank you, sir.
And I'll have that begin August 1st, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, you just need to come by the Robstown Municipal Court, sign off on your agreements. And
And like I said, I have until 5 tomorrow, correct, Your Honor?
yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, because I got to take my grandma to some doctor's appointments today. That's gonna be running late.
Yeah, no, so long as you get here by 5 o'clock tomorrow, you'll be okay, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You have any other questions?
No, no, sir.
All right. You're excused,
Thank you.
sir. Court calls number 1-811-005-624, 2207-003-113, and 2207-004647. State of Texas versus Joshua Rojas.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rojas, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Mr. Rojas, you're here on an application for time payment extension community service regarding 3 cases with outstanding fine and court cost of $1,108.59. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
And you filled out this application, correct?
Yes.
And is everything in this application true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm looking at the application, but you didn't sign it, Mr. Rojas.
Oh, thought I signed it. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I need this signed, so everything we're gonna do today is gonna be contingent on you signing this application, okay?
Yes, sir.
So it looks like you are currently employed at Whataburger, is that correct?
I just like last month I quit and then I found another job. I work here at Laredo's Tacos here in Uptown.
Okay, and how much do you make a month there?
Uh, I'd say maybe like roughly 1,000.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna find that you do qualify, Mr. Rojas. Um, how much are you looking to pay a month, or do you think you can afford to pay a month?
Um, I could probably pay like 50 a month or maybe 100 because I got my rent, so my rent's like 1,050 every month. So and then my girlfriend, she has a job too. So like we she goes in at nights and I go in the mornings, and
So
then we have a son.
what I'm gonna do, Mr. Rojas, it's gonna be $92.38. That'll have you paid off in 12 months.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, that'll have you paid off. I rarely like to go beyond a year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that'll have you paid off in 12 months. If you can give more than that, once again, that'll only benefit you. Okay.
Yes.
And the first payment's gonna be due August 1st. Okay.
Yes.
So on one case, it's gonna be $28.98. On the other case, it'll be $33.87. And on the third case, it'll be $29.52. Okay. All three of those add up are less than $100. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have any questions, Mr. Rojas?
No, sir.
Okay, it's important that you come by the Robstown Municipal Court no today by 5 or no later than 5 tomorrow. And remember, you still have to sign off on the application. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr.
Do I
Rojas.
have to do I have to sign in on the application today or can I do it tomorrow too?
You can do it when you come in if you come in tomorrow, whenever you come in.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Court calls cause number 2405000003, State of Texas versus Amaro Varela.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Varela, how old are you?
17.
13?
17.
17. Okay. All right, Mr. Varela, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Amaro Varela?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Varela, you are charged with the offense of assault by contact family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about the 12th day of May, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of pushing an individual by the name of Celia Cruz. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, sir.
Uh, and there's an admonishment that I'm required by law to read to you before I ask you for your plea.
Okay.
If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. Section 922 G9 or Section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay. All right, Mr. Varela. As to the charge of assault by contact family violence alleged to have occurred on May 12th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. If you have to have a trial on the matter, Mr. Varela, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
Judge.
Okay, Mr. Varela, let me just verify your address. Are you still at 1300 Dakota Street?
No, sir.
What's your address now?
4130 Bronner
41
Parkway.
4130 Clarkwood?
Yes. Parkway.
4130 Parkway.
Bronner Parkway.
4130 Bronner Parkway. And is that in Corpus?
Yes.
And what's the zip code?
Huh?
What's your zip code?
741. 78411.
78411. And are you still at 361-593-0785?
No.
What's your phone number?
361 333 6592.
361-333-6592.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Varela, it's important that you come by the Robstown Municipal Court or call in and make arrangements so you can sign off on your paperwork, okay?
All right.
Thank you. You're excused.
Judge,
Yes.
Judge, he has two, Judge.
Here's another one.
Yeah, they're back to back. They're on the same, he has two cases against him.
Okay, let me get the other one. Let me get the other one.
You have to say yes, sir.
Doing this.
Tell us, but you won't tell the judge.
Okay, Mr. Varela, looks like you have another charge in cause number 24050000177. In that charge, you are alleged to have committed the act of assault family violence. This one's alleged to have occurred on the 17th day of April 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of striking Maria Celia Cruz on the head. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand it?
Yeah.
As to the charge of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on April 17, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Are you also requesting a trial before the judge in that proceeding?
Excuse me?
Or do you also want to have a trial in front of the judge in that case, or do you want it in front of the jury?
The judge.
Okay, Mr. Varela, you were going to be receiving in the mail, a notice of your pretrial hearing.
Alright.
If you have any questions,
She won't find out where I'm living at, right?
no, not if she calls over here, and she's not on this Zoom right now, so
Oh man.
yeah, so she won't.
Right.
She won't find out.
I don't want her to know where I'm living at because I'm feared for my life. So
Well, we're not gonna, we don't give that information out.
all right,
Okay, Mr. Varela, you're excused.
thank you.
And I was just
Crystal, do we have anybody outside?
No, Judge.
Okay, then let me go ahead and terminate the Zoom.